Yeah, so for our beloved Rainbow here, Rainbow is VP IGV, but at the same time, she's managing PD also. Then I also, since she can't come because she's going to IGV commission and then her director is not available, then I let her record video. But after the video finish, I also spend some time explaining. Yeah, so I think we can watch the video first.
Hi, yeah, my name is Rainbow and I'm from SU Help. I'm the Vice President of IGV department and I take care of PD as well. So some of you might know me, some of you might not know me. Those who know me, hi. Those who don't know me, it's okay. Maybe you know Sabrina. Sabrina is usually my proxy in PD commission. Yeah, anyways, if I look like I'm reading script, no doubt I'm reading script because I didn't memorize. But yeah, that's not the main point. Today I'm here to share some small knowledge that I have, or you can call it a GCP on how we run PD in my own entity. Yeah, so in SU Help, right, most just like any other entities out there, we run Speak Up project and we have a local project called Into Your Mind, which focuses on SDG 3, where we talk about mental health. Yeah, so today's sharing, I will focus more on how we find the value proposition of our project and how we identify the partner's needs. And from there, how did we design the benefit that we want to provide to our project? And lastly, I will talk about how OGV plays an important role in assisting our PD operation. Yeah, OGV assisting PD operation. You didn't hear it wrongly. Okay, so let me start with OGV part. So in SU Help, right, OGV department is the department that in charge of university relation, UR. So what we do from UR is like getting endorsement letter from Help University's lecturer. So if you didn't know, Help is actually very popular for psychology course and it's actually the biggest faculty you can find in Help University. So actually getting an endorsement letter from a psychology lecturer for a project that focuses on mental health kind of increase the credibility of our project. Yeah, so let me give you an example. Imagine like PD people, they pitch about Into Your Mind project, which is the project that focuses on mental health. And this project is actually endorsed by Help University psychology lecturer. So yeah, you can see like, oh wow, this project like not bad, endorsed by a professional in the field. So it helps us to increase the credibility of our project when we pitch to our potential FP and it makes them feel like, okay, maybe this project is a serious one, maybe it's a good one, or maybe it's worth an investment for this project. Yeah, so this is how OGV's UR help in terms of PD's operation. Yeah, then moving on, regarding how we innovate the benefits that we provide to the potential partners is we get this throughout the whole sales meet from summer until now. So there's this one thing that we realized from all the meetings that we attended. It's called company engagement quota. So usually company has this company engagement quota where it's a quota that company will usually provide their employees with different benefits. For example, the company will provide healthcare sessions to their employee, or like the company will bring the employees to exercise, or the company will provide like party together. It's basically the company's employee engagement that they have within the company. So they have this quota that company usually will need to meet within their own company, within their own organization. But that's not the point. The point is that, right, after we realized that, they have this quota that they need to meet. So what we did from our side as PD department is that we realized that we can help company to meet the quota by providing sessions to attend in our project. Okay, it sounds a bit weird, but how we did it is that, so as I mentioned before this, I have one project called Into Your Mind, which focuses on SDG 3 mental health. And we have sessions about burnout management as a key activity in our project. So what we did is that we offer our potential financial partner the sessions about burnout management for their employees to join as a benefit of being our financial partner. Yeah, so So when we provide the sessions to the company where they can invite their employees to join our sessions, right? In a way, it helps the company to meet their company engagement quota. And from our side, the benefit that we get is, of course, the financial support that we need from the potential SP. Yeah, I hope it's not too complicated to understand. Basically, you offer sessions for the company to attend as a benefit of them giving us money, kind of thing. Yeah. So, or I can give you another example, taking Speak Up Project as an example, where we offer some engagement between the company and the beneficiary as a benefit. So, example, farewell party, we can give company like 20 minutes for them to engage with the beneficiary. But of course, this one you need to align with your partner about what they can do, what they can say before you offer it lah. Yeah. So I don't have much. That's about it for what I want to share. But to summarize my sharing is that we get help from OGV in terms of endorsement letter from someone who is credible in the field based on the SDG of your project to increase the credibility of your project and the reputation as well. That one is to catch the company's interest in your project that you are running. So after catching their interest or their attention in your project, what you can do next is like to offer things like company engagement to them, where they can attend sessions from your project or where they can have some engagement with the beneficiaries that you have. Yeah, so this is all. Okay, never mind, my English is not that good. But anyways, this is the end of my sharing. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask my director, Sabrina, or you can ask Eugene. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so I'll pause it here. So I'll quickly summarize it. So mainly the whole flow, right, goes in the way that, so mainly that actually in summer they run a lot of sales, like the progress try to secure companies, but they didn't actually got a lot of progress, but at least they got to ask in the first meetings, then okay, what is your needs? Then from there, they actually innovate their project according to both their youth needs and at the same time the partner needs, like that who fit both. But mainly here they got bring in the partner context. Yeah. So mainly here is, the understanding part on that your role that you can play is the PDiGV part, that you understand the partner needs. Then you bring it together to your IGV alignment and innovation, which I think this is something that you guys are already doing. Yeah. But I think the stronger part is more on, okay, so after they've done already, then they design a deliverable that suit their need, which is the burnout management for their employee engagement. And then at the same time, they also find psychology students that are more suitable to deliver burnout management. Because imagine if today you find engineering student to deliver this burnout management, then it might not make that much sense. But then psychology is sort of related to this field. And at the same time, they also find their psychology lecturer as the learning partner. And yeah, lastly, the thing that they mentioned is they utilize their UR, their faculty endorsement. So basically every function here contributes its role to deliver more value to the partner to support the sales while still delivering value to the youth. So the reason why I asked Rainbow to actually bring in this GCP to you guys, right, is also to let you guys see a very clear picture on this. Like actually, right, you can utilize even every function or your LCP in your own LC to actually run a project or run any initiative to actually provide more value to your partners. It only depends on how far you can think and like how much resource that you can leverage on. And I think here the main intention is not ask everyone to do employee engagement or open a mental health project. It's not that, but mainly it's going back towards your own LC, your own university, your own community. How much do you understand what is your own university's needs or your university's strength? So for help, their strength is on psychology, and they have a lot of people who want to get exposed in psychology related stuff. So they actually did play their strength on this. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe for example, UPM, then maybe you have a lot of engineering students or biology students, then maybe you can innovate your project or maybe, work together with Ella or anything to actually come up with certain things that may be related to this field. So of course, this is just an example. But I think here goes back to how much you understand your own LC, like the community, not only internal ISAC, and also how much research that you have done also. Yeah, but again, the foundation always comes back to delivering value to the youth itself, yeah, which is our main stakeholder. Because at the end of the day, if you are not delivering value to the youth, you can't actually sell anything to your partner. So because at the end of the day, you're selling your youth to your partner. Okay, yeah, so mainly here, anyone got any questions or any suggestions?
I got a question. I think just to clarify, like the endorsement method, that one is like so that the psychology lecturer is like the LP of like that particular project, is it? Or is that two different things?
Both. So at the same time, the psychology lecturer is the learning partner, and then at the same time, the psychology faculty endorse the project. So when the psychology endorse the project, it not only benefits OGV side to have more students to join the project, it actually benefits the sales, because when you're approaching the companies, you can tell them, hey, I'm having this mental health related project that is collaborating with my psychology faculty or endorsed by my psychology faculty. Yeah, so from here, one thing is the credibility that, it have helps faculty to endorse. And then at the same time, how to say, it also adds the value where if let's say the partner is interested to have their name related to your university, then you can leverage on this also. The credibility on the psychology part and the name of the university are both here.
Understand. Thank you.
So basically, here's how all the value chain connects. So if let's say today they don't have a lot of psychology students, right? Maybe the value chain would stay here. Like it suits the company needs, but then the project itself is not strong enough. But mainly here, they have all the things like the project team and the marketing team. I'll say the youth supply team is very strong. So when your youth side, the project side is very strong, then it will definitely support your sales. Yeah, but again, this thing, your side as to everyone, your side as the sales, actually, in a way, sales is a strategic role also. So that's why your side, you need to bring in the external context towards your project team. Like not only, sit there and expect them to innovate. Yeah. Okay, I think I'll move on to the next one. If let's say any of you have any more questions, then you can find Rainbow or find me. Yeah. So next one, we have a section about team experiences. Okay, but then today we've got 10 people, but never mind, then we'll have 4 groups. Okay, but yeah, so I think one thing I noticed among like after 1 quarter of winter, right? So you guys also mentioned, some of your existing members don't feel engaged, or maybe some of the new members don't feel engaged, right? And then I think maybe some of you guys also facing, certain challenges that maybe your member don't feel that they are learning in these experiences, or they losing relevance because they think, oh, maybe PD is a long-term thing, and then they don't see a results, or they can't see, how PD is contributing towards these impacts, or anything like maybe the strategic role, they also couldn't see it just now, and the team momentum is low, and then we are not progressing. Yeah, so I think at least, I think Alicia is smiling a bit already, so I assume maybe this is at least half correct for her team. Yeah, for now, I can only see Alicia's camera. Okay, she's smiling, so I think it's true. But it's okay. So let's do a review of your team today. But more specifically, let's do a review of you. Okay. Yeah, so I want you guys to prepare 2 things, not 2 things, 3 things. So first thing is your pen, second thing is your notebook or paper, and then third thing is an open heart to, be honest with yourself. Yeah, so I'll give you guys, maybe Alicia can help me time 1 minute for everyone to take this. And also open your heart.
有人默默地陪在你的身边，也许我不该在你的。
Okay, time's up. Yeah, so I'll just proceed lah. Okay, so I won't play those like whatever music. Okay, yeah, but I'll just go. So I want you guys to list down all the things that you have done as an LCVP or team leader, which you are director like that. Yeah, so I'll give you guys 2 minutes to write down. Okay, maybe I'll play the music, but not this one.
I can see the sky, the birds are flying, clouds are moving by, my heart is light, the moon will be my witness tonight. In my dreams, I see myself fly.
Yeah, so if you have finished this thing, I will encourage you to spend a little more time to think more on what you have done, like fully. Yeah, but if you really think you can't think already, then you can go and wave.
Terbang, terbang tinggi awan biru menanti bersama pelangi. Always thought that I could be on my own, but you made me feel alive, and I don't feel alone. The moon will be my witness tonight, 'cause in my dreams you and I were both flying. Terbang, terbang tinggi walau tanah di kaki, kan ku cari langit. Terbang, terbang tinggi awan biru.
Okay, I'll proceed. And I think one thing I forgot to mention is if let's say you are one of a member or you are a director that don't have members, right? Then you can think more in terms of your current team leader, like what are the things that they have done together with you, which brings me to the next one. So do you have a good team building space to your team? So yeah, like what I mentioned, if you are a director that doesn't have member, or let's say you are a member, then does your team leader do any team building, good team building spaces with you?
I can see the sky, the birds are flying.
And then moving on, do you spend most of your time in team management?
Sometimes I think about
If not, then how much time do you spend on it? And where do you spend your time on it?
and I get sad because stars, of course, will be the same. All of history collapsing in its wake. Oh, maybe it's enough that I am laid here. Maybe it's enough that I have known inside my head. And maybe it's enough to know that we were here together and that we are the ones. We are the ones. We are the ones.
Okay, moving on. Do you constantly spend time to coach your members also?
I heard that someday when they look up at the night, they'll see nothing but a black and starless sky. And they'll tell stories of some old encounter time.
And do you consciously connect your member with the picture of how PDiGV contributes to the development of our projects?
Maybe it's enough that I have known inside my head. And maybe it's enough to know that we were here together and that we are the ones. We are the ones. We are the ones for now.
Do you lead by example to ensure your members learn from you? And do you often take over the tasks that your members couldn't finish?
So maybe this is what.
And last one, do you often take over the task of your member to ensure the quality is good like that?
And I'll be happy if I look back on my life. Been a sister, been a mother,
Okay,
been a wife.
so now I'll let you meet up with a speed dating partner again. Yeah, so I think some of you guys like running jump here already. So I think here I will post questions in like the blue box in the breakout room. Yeah, but mainly here you have the slides, so you can go through the list of questions that I'll go through. So Alicia, you don't need to set the timer. I'll set the timer and then I'll let you guys know when to proceed to the next question. Okay. So I want you guys to have the conversation on this, which starts with the first one. Is just now you already write down, right? What do you do as LCVP or team leader? So share with each other what do you usually do as an LCVP or team leader? Okay. So I will open the breakout rooms. Okay. If you guys, yeah, open it up. Seems like you guys had a great conversation. It's like I could see it from the timer, normally it's 30 seconds left, people will come back and then you guys are still staying there. Okay, yeah, so the recording resumes. So for those that are not here, so just to let you know that we have gone through a list of questions to actually have the conversation and discuss. So I will encourage you to also think about it and yeah, but you'll be doing alone because you didn't come for the commission meeting. Yeah, but coming back to everyone, yeah, so let me present here. Yeah, so I think here, I'm not sure if you've seen this before. For LCVPs, I hope you did see it before because it's part of a transition topic. Yeah, but if you didn't, then bless you. But you need to, do this transition to your successors. So we have this thing called managerial principles. So from here, you can actually see, right? Functional competence is your operational skills. For example, the lead contacting, how to write proposal, all those stuff. Whereas managerial competence is more on the strategic direction thinking job, like how can you manage your team to do things more effectively. The list of questions that we asked just now in terms of, are you having a team bonding space? Are you facilitating your members' experience? So for members, executional role, the people who play the hands, then definitely they need to learn how to manage themselves and have more functional competency. Yeah. But if you go higher and higher, then you don't need to actually run that much groundwork. Yeah, but what comes more is more on your thinking role, the strategic role, the decision making, and at the same time, the team management. So for example, for me, when I was LCP or now as the MCVP, right, I'm managing all of you guys, and I don't actually run as much groundwork. I need to coach and facilitate you guys to ensure that you guys are healthy enough to actually manage your managers, and then your managers can manage the members like that. So same thing is actually supposedly you as LCVP, right, shouldn't run more groundwork than your members. Supposedly should be your members running more groundwork than you lah. Yeah, and to have like a more clearer overview. So here is your member lah, your member managing herself, and then the team leader manage her, and then you guys are here, okay, managing your managers, taking care of people who are taking care of others. Yeah. So here I'll refer more on the LCVP lah. Yeah lah. So in managerial principle, we say the higher one's level in Isaac is, the higher is the higher is the managerial competence acquirement, and instead of a functional one. Okay, so last time transition factor. Okay, now I think this one, then now you know, then you do to your successor. Yeah, and actually for LCVPs, so actually for this document, right, we in Isaac actually have this document called Managerial Principles. It's called Isaac all the stuff. And if you want the document, don't find me, find your own LCVP or LCP. Okay, so I give your LCVP or your LCPs a chance to shine. If your LCP don't have pen at time, ask your LCP, ask the main or ask me or anything. Okay, yeah. So mainly here as the LCVP, right, the person who manages, and your work value should be more on embracing on managerial work, not doing much groundwork, and also doing succession planning. So again, succession planning can be sounds very scary, right? Again, you need to think of this. Your role as a leader is also to create more leaders. Yeah, so it's not, I mean, the organizational pipeline is important, but mainly here is going back to your leadership role. Are you creating more leaders? Synergy and role modeling, and you should spend most of your time on coaching and facilitation, coordinating across functions, because again, you are the brain. You are coordinating among the teams, among different functions where your member execute, and then also ensuring process efficiency and high quality. So it's ensuring your members are doing things effectively like that. Yeah, and your skills should be more on the empowerment and strategic management. But I think for today, I wouldn't cover the whole managerial principle, because mainly here is just on covering the part that you guys have, your members, team members, bottlenecks, all those. So today I'll put more on the focus on the facilitation part. So before I talk more about what is facilitation, let's talk a little bit more about what is not facilitation first. So definitely first thing, facilitation is not a one-size-fits-all solution, to be very frank for you. Meaning if your partner don't reply you, facilitation can't help anything, honestly speaking. Yeah, but later we'll talk more about why facilitation is important. And it's not always the best solution, honestly speaking, but it is, I would say it is part of a very important process that, at least in Isaac, that I see is very important for the leadership development process. But at the same time, facilitation is not ignoring the problem. So maybe from a member perspective, when you're trying to guide your members' thought process, asking them questions, then they might think that you are ignoring the problem. Maybe for you, you might unintentionally do this, but again, facilitation is not ignoring a problem also, meaning that today, if let's say your member have approached leads, okay, and then realize, hey, things are not working, the leads are not replying, and you're facilitating them to think that, okay, what are the things that I did and I did not do, and how can I do things more effectively? The process shouldn't be on avoiding the lead not replying problem, but mainly on letting them see what they have learned in the process. And also, facilitation is also not denying their feelings. So maybe some of you guys may experience this, that sometimes when you're guiding your members' thought process, right, your member very triggered, or you don't trust me, when I say I have this trigger, you don't believe. So sometimes we may accidentally tap into these mistakes, or maybe our members are just easily triggered. Yeah, I think it's just a very normal leadership facilitation process. Again, it's also not denying the struggles that they have. So what is facilitation actually? I would say facilitation is ensuring that both journeys, inner and outer journeys, is happening. So it's not always only about the soft element, but it's the combination of the soft and hard elements. Yeah. So mainly, are you like delegating responsibilities and goals to your member? Are they having a challenging role and environment? Because if it's not challenging, do you really think that they're learning? And at the same time, the interaction with multiple stakeholders, which in PD definitely you would interact with multiple stakeholders. And are you creating the support system among the team also? Yeah. And at the same time, are you setting the personal goals to complement on the individual responsibilities for your members? Are you facilitating them, supporting them to reflect more on their experience, to think back? And also, did they understand their personal values more in this process? So it can be, as simple as like a lot of times we talk about what life after Isaac working. Then maybe after joining Isaac, maybe this person knows that personally they value more on a startup culture, which maybe Isaac suit them more, or maybe they prefer a 9 to 5 work, or maybe personal values can be more on the personality part, can go very deep. And lastly, did your member reinvent themselves, become a better version of themselves throughout this process? And every single thing plays a very important role, and you need to ensure every single element happens. Then the impact in your member would happen, the lead would happen. Okay, and I will zoom in more in the reflection also. So why do we say reflection is very important? It's because there's this thing saying that, pain plus reflection equals progress. So if according to this formula, right, if let's say you don't have any reflection, then you only have pain and you wouldn't have progress. Yeah, I mean, sounds a bit bad, but I think that's the fact also. Yeah, definitely when you are going through a very challenging environment, again, if you're not going through a challenging environment, you are definitely not learning. But at the same time is that if you are only going through the challenging environment, but you are not reflecting, you are not recovering, learning from this pain or challenging environment, then definitely you wouldn't think that you are progressing. Yeah. So it's not about in the end of the day, your partner reply you or you are close sales or not. But it's throughout the process that you try different things. What have you learned? Yeah. So here, I think if you want to click the link to the website, you can click. So like in gym, we say no pain, no gain. But what this actually means is no pain plus recovery, no gain. Meaning if you work out every day, but you don't let yourself rest, then you'll die also, and you wouldn't actually build muscle. And the same goes with your mind and your leadership experiences also. Is are you allocating time for yourself to actually think back what have you learned, harvest learning? And at the same time, are you supporting your members to reflect also? Because honestly speaking, like not every person can really reflect, and that's why they need us as team leaders to join in, isn't it? Yeah. So I know that asking the right questions to guide your members' thought process is hard because like sometimes maybe you have certain things you want to guide the thought process, and you need to think of okay, if I even have this O2O, then how should I think of this? And maybe throughout the O2O you realize, the bottleneck is not this, then you need to change the conversation back, be more last minute on the spot, you change things. Yeah, so definitely it's hard. And if you really think about it, in order to facilitate your member, you need to facilitate yourself too. Meaning you need to ensure that you as the team leader has also learned this. And isn't this a thing that you also sign up for? I will challenge you on this. I mean, since you sign up to be a team leader, then actually this is also the thing that you also hope to learn also, isn't it? I think the question of today, right, is after going through all this conversation, have you been focusing on facilitating your team's experience all the time? And if no, what action or what change you will take to ensure to fulfill the role of a LCVP or team leader? And if you are already facilitating your team experience all the time, how can you improve more to carry out the role of LCVP or team leader? So this is a question that I'll leave it to you. If you want to answer it, you can share in the group, or you want to private text me. I think it's fine as well because I think we have 10 people here. Maybe some of you guys are shy to share in the group, but you can share with me. But yeah, I think this question, I'll leave it to you. Okay. So until now, do you guys have any questions for me? If you guys time to just your initial code. Okay, I don't know why recently you guys no question. I hope it's because that you really do get what I mean, and you guys are super developed already that you get lah. Yeah, but in case you didn't get certain things or you wanna ask me more in terms of how you can facilitate your team members or your team experiences better, you can always feel free to find me lah. And I hope that you can really facilitate your members to come in that came in to have a better experience. I mean, technically they come in, as a just think back when you are just a university student. I want to have fun, not only have fun, but also learn and also meet a lot of people. Yeah, definitely. This is something that part of the process that you do need to guard and you do need to shape also. So remember to spend time with your team this Deepavali and take care of their experiences. Okay. Yeah. So that's all for the team experience session. I hope you understand your role more. I mean, if you, didn't play this role well enough, then you have your last quarter to play, and at the same time, remember to, pass this thing to your successor also. Okay, keep it a culture. Yeah. So moving on, the announcement and reminders. So we have EV Summit, yay! So we have Janice here and GI here, who are the LCP potentials. Yeah, they are the applicants. Yeah, so mainly definitely you guys need to register already, okay? And then for the others, if you are one of the potential LC or SUEDs, then yeah, remember to register, and also everyone here, remember to send it to your directors and members to register. So the due deadline to register would be on 19, yeah, and then the summit would be 2 days, 27 and 28 if you want to know. The objective is here also. Yeah. The next thing is on the performance contribution collection tool. So if you have any MOA signed this month, yeah, remember to fill in the FPMOA. Yeah, fill in the details, and then I'll also cross-check, and then we'll send the PC. Okay. And previously we mentioned about preparation audit, the R&D resources. Yeah, and also, yeah, for now you can still approach Xiaotian yeah, on the B2B posting on LinkedIn. Okay. For today, I think not much call to action. Maybe let's see, need to take on experience. I mean, the member also need to play a role to facilitate their own experience. 144P. Hey, we have a very long time. Yeah. So I think you guys can put in the feedback for today's commission meeting also. I think we are 15 minutes early. Yeah. And I'll play one song.
To be my husband, kiss you my Iron Man, and I love you 3000. Baby, take a chance, 'cause I want this to be something straight out of a Hollywood movie.
Hey, I want to ask a bit, sorry, just a bit potong thing, because are we really utilizing the sales greatest man group or what? I don't know what the group called, what's the name? I forgot.
Greatest salesman.
Yeah, correct. Because I don't know, I still receive PM from people from other LC. I was thinking like, why don't just communicate in one platform? Everyone is there already.
Oh, okay. I think when I set that group, right, it's like one of the option for people to use it in case they text the person privately, that person don't respond, and then they tag in the group, then maybe people from other function can see. The initial intention wasn't for everything to be there. And if everything is there, then it will be very messy and some people might easily miss the message.
Then why so many people join and not using the group? It's really weird. It loses the purpose though.
But I see recently got people use, right?
Because I push my OCER to communicate. I don't want them to PM here and there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I think
I want them to communicate openly. How to say, I don't feel like passing leads, snatching leads here is something bad lah. I mean, like, if let's say the lead, like, you don't see any opportunity with your LC, then just give it to someone else. No issue. What? So many companies still available in Malaysia. That's why I was thinking, since we got ER database already, why are we still not utilizing that? Just curious, just a question.
Okay, I think I get more on where you're coming from. I think here, mainly from my side, or I think other sales head national side wouldn't push everyone to use, like I must use this group. I think if you do want to shape this culture from the LC, and I think it's a good thing to encourage everyone to start to communicate, then you can go with it.
Understand. No die lah. I mean, because sometimes people still overload messages in HubSpot, right? And when you have newbies coming in to put in, I think even my newbie also did the same mistake. Like she put a note there, but the thing is she did not tag the PIC. So the note it was there, and I go and see like, tag PIC, how a PIC know that? If they're not binding it with their email. Yeah. So it's very cute lah. I mean, like it is still an extra platform that you can use to communicate lah. But I think I need a support from Alicia. Alicia, I think my ER contact found your somewhere. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, that's all lah. Nothing. Just a very curious question only. Don't know why I come to this commission, I become more curious.
Oh no, I didn't notice my voice got breaking. Maybe also because now I'm at MC flat and then everyone also using Wi-Fi for call. Okay, yeah, I think maybe that's all for today commission call. By the way, okay, one very cute thing also is everyone. I think next time I just put 2 slides also. Okay, but never mind. Yeah, so that's all for today commission call. But don't fly away so fast. Let's take a big